Hey guys, this is Yasser from Sport and yet another video of the kettlebell series which is bound to make you more powerful and explosive. Today's kettlebell series is all about those techniques, getting out of the hinge, getting more explosive, building up that brute strength. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to us, give us some love. The first 3 people who actually comment on this video, I will give them a free 1-month structured strength and conditioning program so that you can benefit and see what Sports is all about. Let's get started. So to kick things off first, we're going to do a reverse lunge but with the front track. So we're going to take this kettlebell. If you can clean it, have it over here, set up comfortably on your forearm. Now we're going to reverse lunge but with the same legs. So the one we are holding the kettlebell in, the same leg goes back, touch the knee on the ground if you have that stability. One more. So now what this exercise does is it makes sure that your trunk is upright, working on that core a lot, because on one side if you have the weight, the other side will actually have to keep you upright, otherwise you'll crumble under the weight. We're going to do both arms. One more. This exercise is great for strength. Majority of our exercises today are a lot more for power and explosiveness. One strength exercise targeting the lower body, a lot of your glutes, a lot of your quads. You're going to feel it a lot in your core as well as you progress. Conditioning work, a lot of conditioning work over here. The rep range will be somewhere around 5 on each leg for 4 sets. That's a great start to the workout. Go to our swing series. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you 4 different type of swings that are actually a part of this workout. The first one is a standard kettlebell swing which focuses a lot of coming out of that hinge. So a lot of power generation from the glutes, a lot of hamstring work, a lot of torso work. So the setup is fairly simple. I'll show you from the side. 1 foot, 2, and then spread it out. Pull the kettlebell and up. So remember, more forceful you are, the more force you can generate. I want you to keep your lats tight, focus on getting that hinge and coming out of it quicker. So now remember, if you are slow, you're going to hit your leg and you're going to go into a squat. You're not going into a squat, you're going into a hinge. This is the important part. So really force yourself out of it. Those lats are tight. Don't try to get them over your head. You don't actually need that movement when you're doing this. I would say 10 to 12 swings is ideal. Take at least 60 seconds of break and let's go to the next one. So now the next one is a kettlebell swing but to a squat. So right now in a normal swing we're coming into hip extension. Now we're going to go into a hip flexion. So again the setup is the same. Once you get it, instead of extending, you're going to flex, hip flexion. I'll show you guys from the side once. Remember, this one, you're actually squatting. So set up, get that kettlebell. And there you go. Again, so you're basically working on both sides, extension and the flexion of the hips, working your way like an athlete, all around glute and lower body development. A lot of power is needed. While doing this, you can obviously sense that I'm getting out of breath right now because it is actually very demanding. We go on to the next swing now. Now let's change the plane of motion. So right now we were going front and back. Now we're going to work on the rotational and the side to side. So the first one is a rotational swing. The rotational swing is the same principle, but you're rotating on both sides. As you can see, my leg turning for that quick explosion. Great for lateral speed development. I'll show it to you from the side once. So remember, whenever there's change of direction, you need this movement to come so you can propel forward. This exercise is great to load that aspect of athleticism. To show you from the side, oh, this kills you. If you're a combat athlete, so if you see boxers, when you go for that uppercut, that movement of the hip, all that power generation, any sport which requires you to be explosive and change direction, this is an absolute gem. You need to incorporate this into your workout. Again, rep ranges somewhere for around 8 to 10 on each side, going really explosive, taking that time to rest. The last one of the swing series is the side to side swing. So how in rotational, you are rotating that hip. In this one, you're not actually rotating, but it's a lot of work that your obliques will be doing to stabilize you. Again, you hold on to the kettlebell in a normal way. This exercise works a lot on that anti-rotation aspect, which you need, and that's a function of your core. So you're not rotating, you're trying to work as a pendulum, keep your core engaged, and you'll feel your lats and a lot of your stabilizing muscles at the back really fire up. Another view from the side. Lot of stability required. Again, keep those lats tucked in, keep that kettlebell close to you. You'll really feel that core burning up. You'll really feel your conditioning work happening. A lot of power work. Make sure you rest in between sets optimally, get that heart rate down so you can hit it at 100% max again in the next set. Let's go on to the next one. Now, trying to lengthen the hamstring and working on that single leg balance, that's what being an athlete is all about. And also working on the back at the same time is the single leg Romanian deadlift row. So the setup, opposite hand, opposite leg. So nice and controlled. Once you reach parallel, row, and then come back. This has to be controlled. You want to maintain that balance at all time. You will see your hamstring work, your glute work. Since you're on single leg, once you lose balance, you can always put it down, reset, and go for the next rep. And then back down. Let me do 3 or 4 on the other one. Great exercise for that single leg athletic work, working on those hamstrings, working on that back, training like a proper athlete, multiple muscles at the same time. This is incredible. Make this a part of your routine. Now remember, that single leg balance will only come with time. Let's say if you do have difficulty trying to maintain that balance, you can always hold on to something on the side while you go down and then roll it up and then come back. Once you see the difference, you will see that your balance is improved. Start off with a lighter weight. We'll try to go for reps over here, somewhere in the 8 to 10 rep range on each leg. And let's go to the last one. This exercise will be a great end to round out the entire workout. This is an isometric row hold, but in a bare position. So at any given point in time, only 3 parts of your body are actually touching the ground, because you'll be holding that row on one side throughout. This is going to challenge that core a lot. So now, I'm going to show you the setup. I'm in a quadruped position. I go in a bear. Once I can find that balance, I'm going to hold it. You can hold it for seconds. It could be 6 to 10 seconds on each arm, depending on how much energy you have, how much stability you can maintain. If you're losing balance, put the weight down, resettle, and do it again. I'll show it to you from the front angle. All 4, everything down on the ground. I get up, knees hovering, get that row. Now, because you're holding weight on one side, you need to make sure that your body is still very stable. You don't want to lean out too much, so make sure you get that contraction proper. Your arm is stiff, your toes are down on the ground sunk, your core is tight and engaged, and have that flat tabletop on your back. Great work for core, great work for overall isometric Being an athlete, you need to get down on the ground sometimes and train like one. There you have it, guys, the end of the entire workout. This is phenomenal for power generation. Athletes are gonna really benefit from it. A great in-season training type example that what I do with my athletes. As you can see, I'm already sweating bullets right now. Again, before we end this video, first 3 people to comment on this, I'm going to give them 1 month free of ITA Sports Training, one-on-one individualized strength and conditioning program. So take this opportunity, let us get you better, and as always, I'll see you next time.